Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the unboxing and review of the Boat Xtend Talk. So here's the box. This is the next version for the Boat Xtend, which was launched like a year ago with the new talk feature where you can actually make and receive calls directly from the watch itself. Now that's one of the main highlighting features for this watch, followed by built-in Alexa feature and the rest of the smartwatch features. Now this watch is priced at 3000 rupees and it comes in three colors: pitch black, cherry blossom and teal green. We have the black color. You can buy it directly from the official website or from Amazon. Now this is how the entire packaging looks like. On the front we got a quick preview of how the watch exactly looks like along with the Boat's logo, and it simply says Xtend Talk. On the left side we just got the Boat branding, and on the right side it simply says Bluetooth calling and Alexa built in. At the bottom we got the pricing, shipping information and some other specs. Now finally on the back side we got all the highlights of this watch. Now while we are at it, I'll talk about all the features offered by this watch right now. Well, starting off, it's got a 1.69-inch HD display, followed by a feature called ambient sound detection, where your watch actually detects the ambient noise and suggests you to move away to a quieter place. Next, we also got the sedentary and hydration alerts, where your watch can give you alerts to drink some water, followed by 60 sports modes with auto workout detection. That's mainly for running and walking. Next, we have different cloud and custom watch faces, which once again I'll show you later. Next, we can also check the heart rate and blood oxygen levels. There are two sensors at the bottom. We can also do some stress monitoring, and this watch also has IP68 dust and water resistance, so that's pretty cool. Next, we can also make and receive calls. That's the highlight. Next, when it comes to compatibility, you can use this watch with any iPhone with iOS 13 or above, and Android with Android 6 and above. Now, as for battery, this watch comes with a 300 mAh battery. It takes about 2 hours to charge it, and it can last up to 10 days on normal usage and 2 days with Bluetooth calling on. So anyway, those were all the complete specifications and all the cool features this watch has to offer. Now let's unbox it. We can just slide it out from the bottom. First we have the smartwatch, followed by the charging cable, both stickers and some documentation. Now let me just remove the cover. Now this is how the watch actually looks like. Now let's have a physical overview. Now this is the main body of the watch. Well, the watch face itself, it's made completely of plastic, but it's pretty hard and feels quite premium as well. On the top we got the 1.69-inch screen protected by 2.5D curved glass, which once again makes the display looks much more premium. On the right side we got a physical button with a nice orange accent color. Now this button can be used to power on and power off the watch, and also to open up and close the menu. Now as for the bezels, they are pretty symmetric on three sides, and the bezel at the bottom is slightly larger. Now this is how the backside looks like. We got the charging pins and some sensors along with some information from the Boat. Now on the right side, just below that button, we got the microphone, and on the opposite side we got the speaker. Now these are the two premium silicone wristband that we get right out of the box, and honestly they do feel quite premium. On the buckle there's no branding, it has a nice matte finish and looks quite good, and on the loop we got the Boat branding. Now let me show you how the charging works. Well, it's just like a clip-on. You just bring the charging cable near the watch and it automatically aligns to the charging pins and starts charging the watch. It's pretty simple. Now once you turn on the watch, we can get started with pairing the watch with the app. For now, I'll be using an Android phone to pair this watch, but if you're interested, I can also pair it with an iPhone. If you're interested, do let me know by commenting below this video. Now let's look at the user interface of the watch. Now this is the watch face, and to change the watch face, you can just long press on the screen and you get different watch faces. There are a very limited number of watch faces directly on the watch, but if you go to the app on your phone, there are multiple watch faces to choose from. You can even directly customize your own favorite one or choose a different background for the watch face. I'll talk more about that in a minute. So these are all the different watch faces that we have right out of the box, or at least on the watch. Now just click it to set it as a watch face. Now while you're at the home screen or the default watch face, you can do a swipe down gesture to pull down the notification bar. These are all the notifications. You can directly interact with them or directly close all the notifications using this button, or just click on any of these notifications and read more, or directly delete that particular notification. Now besides that, you can also do a swipe up gesture to go back to the home screen. Now you can do a swipe up gesture from the home screen for the toggles. Now here we have the battery information, time and the sound profile. Next we have all these toggles. First we have the do not disturb mode toggle, followed by the hand gesture, And here's a quick look at the hand gesture. You can just do this particular gesture to turn on the screen. Next, we have a toggle for the brightness of the display, and we can just click on it to change the brightness. Next, we have a toggle for the phone dialer. Just click on it and it will open the phone dialer application. We have the favorites, call history, and the dialer. You can just enter the number and make a call from here. Now back to the toggles. Next, we have the sound profile. We have the regular mode and silent mode. Next, we have a toggle for the torch, which just displays a bright screen. Next, we have a toggle for Find My Phone. Now here's the phone that I've paired with my watch, and I can just click it to find my phone. So there you have it. Finally, we have a toggle for settings. Now this is the settings page. First, we have the wake gesture, followed by do not disturb mode and ringtone settings. Now these are all the options that we get in the ringtone mode. We have silent mode. We can change the ringtone volume. We can even change the ringtone. By the way, these are the ringtones. So that's pretty much about the ringtones. Next, we also have message tones. So that's ringtones. Next, we have app view. First, we have list view, and next we have grid view. So let me just give you a quick preview. This is the list view where we have the app icon followed by the app name. Now let me show you grid view. Now we have just the app icons. Now back to settings. Next, we have watch faces followed by brightness. In brightness settings, we can increase or decrease the brightness levels. We can also change the screen on time. There is no always on display option, but at max, you can keep the display on continuously for 20 seconds. By the way, you can do a swipe gesture from the left side to go back a step. Next, we also have a toggle for auto brightness, so that the brightness of the watch can change automatically depending upon the ambient light. Next, we have options for power off, restart, and reset. Next, we also have about information. We just got the model number and the software version. Following that is help, which will just give you a QR code to download the application for Android or iOS devices. Now back to the home screen. Now if you click this button, it will take us to the app menu. These are all the apps that are pre-installed. First, we have the health data, which is just a reporting page where you can check your activity details, health status, workout information, number of steps taken, and so on. Next, we have sports, where we have more than 60 different modes to choose from, and it's pretty great for people who are into workouts. Next, we have Alexa, which is just an integration. I'll show you the Alexa feature later. For now, let's check out all the rest of the apps. Next, we have the phone dialer application, which I've shown you earlier. Next, we have sports record followed by heart rate. Now you can directly measure your heart rate using this particular application. Right now I'm not wearing it, so we'll be getting an error. Next, we have the blood oxygen app. So it's once again an SpO2 measuring application, followed by stress measuring application. Next, we have the breath training application. It might be pretty cool for people who are into meditation and stuff. Next, we have sleep tracking. Right now there are no records. Followed by weather information. Next, we got music controls. Next, we got the clock information. We have alarm, stopwatch, timer directly on your watch. Next, we have ambient sound. Now this particular feature records the noise in your surrounding and let you know if it's too disturbing to be in this environment. Next, we have flashlight. I've just shown you from the toggles. So it's a pretty simple application. Next, we have find phone, where you can use this feature to find your phone. So there was my phone. Followed by settings, which is the same thing that I've shown you earlier. Now finally, back to the home screen, you can do a swipe left or swipe right gesture to go to different widgets. Now these are the different widgets right out of the box. First, we have activity data, where you can see all your information directly on a single page. Next, we have heart rate monitoring data, followed by stress levels. Next, we have the widget for workout, and finally Alexa. Now if you do a swipe left gesture, you'll directly go to Alexa, workout, and in the reverse order. Now let's look at the built-in Alexa feature. Now you can use the built-in Alexa feature on this watch in two different ways. One is by doing a long press of this button. It'll then trigger Alexa. Just give it some time until it starts listening. How is the weather? And then you can ask your question and it'll give you the answer. The next way is to directly go to the Alexa widget and just click on it. It starts listening. Who is the Indian president? Okay, let's try another one. Wake me in 1 hour. Okay, now if you have any alarms or anything like that, you can access all that Alexa related information directly from here. Just click it over here. You can check out all the alarms and reminders or stopwatch information directly from this place. So that's the built-in Alexa that you got on the watch. Now this is the BoatWave application and right out of the box we're in the home screen where we get a quick information about all the stats that have been recorded from the watch. Next we have the training section where we can schedule stuff. Next we have the devices section. Over here you can check out all the devices that are paired with your account. Finally there is the user section where we can customize this app further. Now back to the device section. Now from here we can literally change or customize everything that's related to the watch directly from this particular page. To start off, we can get some basic information about the model number of the watch, that's Xtend talk, battery percentage, if the watch is connected or not. Besides that, we also have some basic stats like number of steps taken and so on. Following that, we have option to change the watch face directly from the phone. Now there are probably hundreds of watch faces over here. And if you go to the more section, you can find more. Now to change the watch face, you just need to select the watch face that you like and click install, and that particular watch face will be applied to the watch. Just give it about 5 to 6 seconds and it will be applied. So here's the new watch face. So it's pretty simple to change the watch faces and you can also further customize them. You can have your own background to it as well. You can do all that from here. Next we have the health monitoring section where you can enable or disable any of these health monitoring features that are available on your watch. We have heart rate monitor, stress monitoring, we also have a drinking reminder, sleep monitoring, sedentary alert, and so on. Next we have FAQs. If you have any questions regarding the watch, you can find all that information directly from this particular section. Next we have alarm clocks. If you have set any particular alarm clocks on your watch, or if you want to set a new alarm, you can do all that from this section. Next we have the message notification section. Now there might be hundreds of applications on your phone and you don't want to be interrupted every time on your watch for all those applications. So you can customize that from here. Right now I have disabled notifications for these 3 applications, Facebook, LinkedIn and YouTube. So whenever I get notifications from Facebook, LinkedIn or YouTube on my phone, I won't get any notifications on my watch. So this is a pretty nice feature. Next we have settings related to Amazon Alexa. This is basically the account linked to your watch. Next we have the calls option where you can change settings related to calls. If you don't want to receive calls on your watch, you can disable this particular feature. If you want to receive calls, make sure this particular toggle is enabled. Now we also have this frequent contact section where we can add our favorite contacts. So you don't have to enter the number, you can just click on the contact name and directly call that person directly from your watch. That's another nice feature. Next we have auto sport recognition. This particular feature works only for running and walking. Next we have device settings. Once again, these are all the stuff that we can change directly on the watch, but for convenience we can also do it on the phone. Next we have some other stuff like device upgrade, battery life instructions, feedback and about section. Now back to the home screen. Let me give you a quick introduction of all these stats. So we have a comprehensive data over here. Now this is the steps information, number of steps taken on a particular day, followed by sleep tracking information. Next we have heart rate information as well, followed by training schedule, stress levels, followed by SpO2 information, and ambient sound levels. So at least right now all these particular features are enabled on my watch. Now here's a quick demonstration of the call quality.
Hi there guys, this is a quick audio sample. Now the audio is directly from the speaker of the watch. So you can check out the speaker loudness and you can pick up on any kind of noise. Right now there isn't a lot of noise in my surroundings, so it's pretty much silent. So just let me know how it sounds. Next, I'll give you a quick demonstration of how the watch sounds from a listener's point of view. So I'm going to just talk some kind of gibberish on the watch, and you can hear how it sounds on the phone using the call recording feature. So this is Nikhil, mic testing 1, 2, 3. So let's see. Right now I'm making the call using the boat Xtend Talk and directly talking with the watch itself, and it looks pretty awkward. But when you're maybe on a workout or when you can't really pick up the watch, when you can't really actually pick up the phone, a watch might be pretty convenient. So that's pretty much it for the audio sample. Let me know how it sounds.
Besides that, you can share all this health related stats data to Google Fit or Apple Health. You can do that from going to settings and select data sharing. Now from here you can integrate this particular application with Google Fit. I've already authorized it. So now I can access all this health stats directly from Google Fit application. Now that's another nice feature available on this watch. Now as for the review part, in terms of design, there isn't really anything new, there isn't anything groundbreaking, but what we have is pretty good. It's a pretty standard design that we can see in most smartwatches these days, but the quality of the build is actually pretty good. There isn't anything about this watch that feels cheap. In fact, it actually feels quite premium. Display is quite big. We got a 2.5D curved glass, which is a kind of a premium factor. The entire casing of the watch is plastic, but it feels quite sturdy and quite strong. And we also got a nice accent color on the button, which is a nice addition. As for the silicone straps, they feel quite smooth, quite flexible, and I've used it continuously for 2 to 3 days, and I didn't have any kind of irritation or any kind of discomfort with the straps. And by the way, we can also replace these straps, which is a good thing. Now when it comes to the software interface, I must say it's pretty intuitive. Everything is pretty smooth. At least there are no major hiccups. Everything is flowing pretty smoothly. We got all the features right at our fingertips. Especially Find My Phone works really well. It instantly finds my phone. I've actually used it a couple of times. Battery life is pretty good. With Bluetooth calling on and all of the features turned on, I got about 36 to 40 hours of battery life. For more information on battery life, I'll be making a dedicated video later that needs some intensive testing. At least based on initial usage, I'll say it can easily last about 40 hours with all features turned on. Now as for the integration between the watch and the phone, I'd say it's pretty well. You get all the calls directly on your watch. You also get the notifications. Most of the notifications takes about a second or two to directly appear on your watch, and you can interact with most of them, at least watch them. As for the call quality, I'd say it's pretty decent. You can make calls and receive calls, at least in peaceful environments, without any issues. Well, it does look quite awkward to answer calls on watch, but at times when it's required, it does work. So guys, overall at just a price of 3,000 rupees, this Boat Xtend Talk is a watch with a lot of cool features. Obviously the most important selling point would be its built-in calling feature and the Alexa feature. Both work really well. Rest of the fitness tracking features also work pretty well. So I would definitely recommend this product. If you have any questions about this watch, let us know by commenting below this video. So guys, what do you think about this watch? Do let us know. With that said, this is Nikhil signing off. See you in my next video.